Hello, Tom here. Welcome back to another video on the Racing Joker channel. You don't have much life left in the battery, so I'm going to make this quick. Today's video, I'm answering a question you guys thought would be kind of fun to answer. The E46 M3, is it ruined by the SMG transmission? Well, here's my answer. No. But that no does have a little asterisk next to it, because in order to make it a pleasant experience, for one thing, the SMG transmission has to be in perfect condition. The hydro unit has to be working, building pressure. You've got to have the fluid. You've got to have all the compression springs in optimal condition, not broken into little tiny pieces like how mine were, so that you can shift under hard acceleration. And you need a good gear position sensor. There's a few wear and tear items on the car that can be annoying to fix if they go wrong, and they can be a little difficult to diagnose as well. But that said, in working condition, when you maintain it properly and you use it properly, it's okay, but that's also just in stock form. If you do what I did and you have a TTFS tune, Tuning Tech Frank Smith SMG tune, it improves the upshifts, but more importantly, it makes the downshifts even better because it rev matches automatically when you go down a gear. So it will rev the car up, re-engage everything, it won't mess up the balance of the car, and it'll be fine. Now obviously it's not a dual clutch, all right? So it's gonna be a little violent, it will buck you a little bit, or it'll feel like it's kind of shunting you. Kind of. It's a little violent, the upshifts, when you're doing hard accelerations, but it's not that bad. It's not awful, it's not uncomfortable, unless if you're made of paper mache or something, but that's a you problem. Let's see. Also ignore the facial hair. I'm doing a Hobbs from Fast 5 cosplay. I don't know. I might do a Halloween stream, and I think it'd be kind of fun to do Hobbs from Wish. I think it'd be kind of hilarious. We'll see. Either that or I'll just do like a Halloween video. I'll think of something. But more importantly, TTFS tune, very important. The other thing you need to do is you need to update the transmission control unit computer to use the CSL software or firmware or whatever you want to call it. It's basically called the CSL 255 software. It's a little bit tricky to kind of do the whole update, so you might want to check around and see if there are any shops nearby that know how to do it themselves, because doing it yourself can be kind of tricky, and if you do it wrong, you could brick your car's ECU. So if you don't want to risk doing that and you don't trust yourself, granted I didn't trust myself either, but I still did it just to save some money. I updated the software. It changes a few things about the car. It makes the shift smoother, it makes it better. It's basically the way the E46 M3 CSL shifts and behaves, which is obviously a lot better than a stock car. I don't know why they didn't just update that for all the 2003 plus cars after they came out with the CSL, but they didn't. So even if you have a 2006 E46 M3 like mine, you don't have the CSL software, you still have to update it. It's very tricky to do that because the software is very awkward to install and use, and getting the correct files and all that sort of stuff. I did make a video on it showing how I did it, if you guys want to see that. A couple things that it also changes, kind of minute details, is that it changes which mirror points down at the ground when you go in reverse. Now it points down with the right mirror for me, I believe, unless I'm forgetting. Originally on the original software version I had, it pointed the left mirror down. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that also changed. And it also always puts you in automatic now when you go into gear rather than manual. I believe that is also another change that they did with the CSL software. And the automatic mode as well works very well. We'll show that in the video. The gear changes are quick. They're not sluggish and slow. It's not like shifting a 10-speed Mustang or a Hellcat with the 8-speed or anything like that, and it's not like a ZF transmission. I would say it's better than all of those. It's just not as good as a dual clutch or like a Hollinger or an X-Track or a Drenth sequential. It's not quite to that level, but it's still really good. Now I know a lot of people are going to say, but if it breaks, it's so expensive. You got to remember, my car MSRP'd anywhere between $55,000 and $60,000 back in 2006. Just because it costs $20,000 when I got it doesn't mean the maintenance scales down to match that new market value. You also have to realize this is new technology. They haven't quite figured it out yet. So when it breaks, expect it to cost the same way you'd expect it to cost in a $60,000 car with new technology. Like, I could go and get a Lamborghini. I couldn't, but if I wanted to and had the money, I could go get an Audi R8 for like $100 grand. But if the dual clutch transmission is busted up or that 5.2 liter V10 engine is ruined, it's going to cost a ridiculous amount of money, scaled up back to the original MSRP of like 300 grand. Anyways, I wanted to demonstrate the upshifts, the downshifts, hard acceleration, automatic mode, in-town driving. You can see that it all changes in the kind of the footage I've shown you here. The reason why I'm doing the intro on the Semi, in case you can't tell that I'm in a Semi, is simply because this microphone, which I think I need to get a new microphone, these microphones don't like wind, and it screws up the audio. In fact, they're so sensitive to wind that even the air conditioning in the E46 M3 ruined the audio. So I'm redoing the intro here, but now we're gonna go back about 24 hours, 30 hours, something like that, and get some test driving in. Also, Ellie's with me in the car, so she's also reacting to some of the driving. Anyways, thank you all for being patient with me. Hope you guys enjoy the video. On to the next clip. Back in time. I guess want me to answer. I think you guys saw how fast it shifted with the downshifts. You could hear the upshifts and how good they sounded. The road I wanted to take you guys on was closed, so that didn't work out, but that's okay. I've got a left turn coming up here, so I'll let you guys hear the downshifts for that. 3, 2, 1. Gonna turn on a bit of the AC. Nice thing about this car, the AC gets going super fast. I want to show you how high it shifts. So I'm in sport mode and all that. That's auto mode, touching nothing. It's nice and smooth. It like kind of cuts the throttle a little bit to kind of make the gear change. But it's smooth enough. It's like a manual doing its thing without you touching anything. So it can make things chill. You don't have to worry about as much. You can kind of relax. Because I'm in shift mode 5 and I've got sport mode and all that sort of stuff on, it makes it shift at 4,000 RPM. So it's not exactly good for fuel economy, if that's something you care about. Like if I go down to like shift mode 3, it'll go down gears, but it also reduces the speed of the gear change. I can set the cruise control, chilling at 60, easy peasy. We're gonna piddle around town a little bit, then we'll stop at the car wash. But right now we're in auto. I'm gonna take us through Edwardsville, just piddle around a little bit, and show you how it is in start and stop traffic. Show you how it kind of drives and shifts. I'll describe what's going on, and then we'll clean off the car and end the video. I didn't want to make the video too long. I just wanted to show you can have fun and not be disappointed with the experience. Now, obviously, I should say there's nothing wrong with having a clutch manual car. I'm just saying you don't want to write these off as a bad experience, you know. A lot of people who have never actually driven one of these or owned one of these are listening to the opinions of other people who have neither owned nor driven one of these, and are listening to the opinions of people that didn't try to improve the car. They were just disappointed and didn't try to make it better. All right, we're gonna slow down. Now it's in 4th. And it kind of does the rev match thing as well. 3rd, 2nd, gearing's kind of long. And then 1st. Now it is it'll be a little awkward because I'm in shift mode 5 and driving around town, it's gonna rev up to 4,000 RPM. So I might go down to like shift mode 3 or something like that. I don't know, we'll see. But I will lower the window. I used to live out here. It's kind of fun coming back here. It also has hill start, so the brake will be engaged if you're on a hill, so that when you start, it doesn't roll back. Oh, it's 30. I don't think no one's actually going 30 though. Honestly, it's not doing too bad. No one's going to speed limit. I don't know why. It's a 25. Either that or my speedometer's wrong, because my speedometer is saying 35. People are running across the road. Now we're slowing down. There we go. I've just got a minivan riding my frickin' bumper. Here we are, downtown Edwardsville. Nice little town. I don't really need to describe it to you. Now I'm going 25 miles an hour. We just went down to second, kind of obnoxiously, because I was getting under 2,000 RPM there. This engine doesn't like being under 2,000 RPM. It doesn't really like being under 3 either. It's a little obnoxious, but if I go down to shift mode 3, it goes down to third and it's less obnoxious. We'll come to a stop here at the light. Second. Alright, now we're in first. Now let's see if I can kind of show you that the gear changes themselves are a little bit slower when you reduce the shift setting. It's the same way in manual too. If you go to like shift mode 3 in manual or automatic, it slows down the gear change to kind of make it smoother. But from what I understand, that also increases the wear and tear on the clutch. So it's actually better for the health span of the clutch, or the lifespan, whatever you want to call it. I say health span. It increases it because it doesn't rub it as much. It keeps the gear changes quick so that you're not going all the time. So that's always good. Let's see if I can show you. No, that's not bad. Oh, it is bouncy though. Honestly, I don't usually drive in auto mode, so I didn't really know how smooth it was going to be, but it's actually just as good as shift mode 5. I guess it just changes the shift points. It makes them more aggressive. Because you can also drive fast in automatic, just like any other car. And it will do, when you floor it, it will upshift at like 8,000 RPM or whatever it's going to try and upshift at. But it also shifts so quickly and so aggressively, it's going to chirp the tires in like third and fourth gear. So when it changes the gear and re-engages everything, you're gonna chirp your tires. So because I'm in shift mode 3, it's shifting at 3,000 RPM. It's actually pretty nice. All right, let's come to a stop. The other thing you can do is just throw it in neutral. But then if you want to get back into gear because the light changes, it re-engages everything, revs it up, and gets it back to the gear it needs to be in. So if, say, I was going 60 miles an hour, kicked it into neutral, and then put it back into gear, it would rev it back up, re-engage it, and you'd be back in business before you know it. I think the sun just went behind a cloud. Everything went darker and bluer. All right, we're in third. Now we're in neutral. Kick it back into gear. Put me into fourth. It sounds really good bouncing off the walls of the town. If I was still 19, I'd rev it so I could hear it. But I don't want to be obnoxious. Just like most cars, you can kind of get it going in second. This car would be loud in here if I revved it. Hi. She's watching Bluey in the car. Let's see how I can pay for this. I can pay with a card, that's why I came to this one in particular. Oh man.
We don't do timeout anymore.
Can I have that for a second?
Guys, just let me handle it.
None of the washing things are on, Ellie. They're not working. No! The car remains dirty. Well, anyways, I hope this has kind of answered you guys' questions about the SMG transmission. If you have any more questions, let me know, and if I get enough good ones, I'll make another video on it. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I'm Tom, the Racing Joker, and I will see you all in the next one. Take it easy, everyone. If you like what you've seen so far and you're not subscribed yet, be sure to fix that, because you'll like what I got planned. I'll see you all next time. Say bye.